I was thinking about indications of knowing whether you're healed or not in certain areas. And one thing that I've learned that kind of stuck out to me was if there's an area in your life where when something comes up, there's two approaches for the most part. Uh, it's okay if something comes up and you feel the need to slow down, pull back, withdraw yourself, or whatever the case is, because you learn through your past experiences that you personally don't do well with situations like that. And it may not be fitting for your personality, for your life, may not be the direction you're trying to go with your life for what multiple reasons. It's okay to pull back. It's okay to withdraw yourself. It's okay to slow down. It's okay to put a pause and just kind of figure things out and see if this is the right direction for you. And whether that be a job, whether that be a moving decision, most people can relate with a relationship, whether it be the right person that you're trying to get yourself involved with or not. And on the other end, that person, since it's something that most people can relate with, there may be a person that you're dealing with that's still dealing with trauma and still dealing with hurt or pain from their past. And they may have an area of their life where they're not healed and they'll attack instead of pulling back, evaluating, slowing down, withdrawing themselves. They'll attack because there's still hurt there. And it's two different approaches towards very similar situations. May not be the same situation, but it's still a person dealing with an issue. And are you healed from that issue? So if you're attacking someone that's healed in a particular area, and the healed person says, "Hold on, let me put the brakes on it. I just seen something come from you," and they may not even mention it to the person, just kind of pull back, slow down, pause, start acting funny, like some people say. Well, if you're the one that's attacking, you can't expect that person just to stick around because of something you're dealing with. That's not fair for them. And I know people will say, "Well, just love me through it. If you say you love me through it." Well, you still have to understand that's your personal problem. And you can't hold them at fault for something that you have not gotten healed from. So you need to deal with your trauma. You need to deal with your pain. And that goes for me as well, any areas in my life. But we can't expect people to stick around and just they supposed to love us through the hurt. I've tried that and it got me in a very bad situation. And especially if someone is healed from something and they're not trying to revisit the hurt, trying to revisit the pain, they're not trying to go back to the person that would attack. Because that's the last thing you want to do when you hear people say hurt people, that's what they're talking about. It may be a person that's either healed from something or someone that never even dealt with this before. But if they're constantly being attacked, eventually their guards are going to go up and they're going to be hurt. And now you have two people attacking each other. And that's not what you want. So if there's an area in your life where you're not healed and you feel yourself wanting to attack someone, or you don't know how to deal with a certain thing very well. I didn't know how to deal with rejection. I didn't have a dad in my life growing up, not actively involved. And I didn't know how to deal with that. I didn't know how to. My mom died when I was 9 years old. I moved around a lot. After she passed, we moved about 4 or 5 times between 9 years old and 18 years old. Then I went to the military. I moved a lot again. So I was never really settled. So, commitments, I had a problem with that. There was areas in my life where I had problems. And guards would go up in certain areas because I needed to heal from these areas. So I'm not trying to revisit those places once I'm healed from it. So if you're not healed from an area, don't expect someone to go through it with you. That's what God sent Jesus Christ for. I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. I'll be with you even until the end of time. He's the one that made that promise to you. Now, if someone made a vow to you, married you, and they knew these things about you, yes, that's different. But um, if you're just talking and trying to get to know each other and you feel someone pulling away from you, because question it. Don't just keep attacking them and assuming and creating a narrative, and this is just what it's going to be, and that's why they did it. They did it because of this, that, and the other, and you have no idea what their true motive and true intentions are. You just created this narrative in your mind, and you live off of your own narrative, and you're hurting your own self while they move on with their life, and you never get healed. So make sense of the matter so that you can get better. So I just wanted to drop that real quick. Just an observation I had, something that was on my heart that I wanted to share. Hopefully that helps somebody. But yeah, sit with yourself, peel back the layers, find out why you respond to things the way you respond to things, and deal with those issues. Deal with yourself. And don't expect people to have to deal with it with you. You got to deal with that. People want a whole person. The best thing, the best version of yourself you can give to anybody is a healed version. And that way you can walk away, even if it doesn't work out, knowing I didn't do anything wrong. I presented my best self and they didn't want it. Okay, and you move on with your life. And if they got to deal with the regret, they got to deal with the fact that, man, I did meet the perfect person and I wasn't ready, or whatever the case is, that's on them. And even if it's not just, maybe it just wasn't a perfect match, or whatever the case, but you'll be able to walk away from that knowing I gave the best version of myself and it just didn't work. So peel back the layers, get healed, deal with yourself, and let's move on with our lives. God bless you.